Former England international Jermaine Jenas has spoken out against the BBC, accusing the broadcaster of turning his life upside down after he was dismissed from his £190,000 a year role last year. Jenas, now 42, transitioned into broadcasting as his football career neared its end, officially retiring in 2016. He soon became a familiar face on shows like Match of the Day and The One Show. In 2020, Jenas began co-hosting The One Show, but in 2024 he was let go by the BBC following an internal investigation. The corporation compiled a detailed file of alleged misconduct after Jenas was accused of sending inappropriate messages to a colleague. Following the investigation, the BBC terminated his contract. Appearing on a podcast with entrepreneur Reece Mennie, Jenas opened up about the emotional and professional impact of the scandal. "It's been an incredibly tough time for me and my family," he said. "I've taken full responsibility, which I believe is but emotionally, it's been a rollercoaster, anger, frustration, blame. Eventually, I realized that the only way forward was to own." He continued, the BBC, had the power to take everything away, every deal, every opportunity I had at the time. And I told myself, that will never happen to me again. Jenas explained how working within the BBC came with restrictions. "There are so many walls. You can't work with betting companies, even though they want to partner with me because of my football background. The BBC blocks all of that due to their strict stance on gambling." With limited freedom and no support from his agency at the time, Jenas decided to regain control by launching his own production company. "Football was still bringing me some opportunities, but they were all wiped out when this happened. It was devastating." The scandal also impacted his personal life. In March, Jenas and his wife Ellie Penfold announced their separation, 7 months after his BBC departure. Reflecting on the incident, Jenas admitted, "It was a mistake, one that my wife, my children, and I now have to live with. I worked for 10 years after retiring from football. I went from having nothing, to becoming a professional player, to building a TV career through hard work. And yet, it was all gone in a moment. That's the reality I've had to face."